Honored guests and graduates of the class of 2024, welcome to DePaul University's 125th Commencement Ceremony.
Please be seated. Good morning. President Rob Manuel, Dean Jennifer Rosato Perea, members of the faculty, administration, and staff, honored guests, and of course, our graduates. Welcome to the DePaul University 125th Commencement. Thank you for joining us today as we honor the class of 2024. I'm Greg Mark, Professor of Law, and I'll serve as the University Marshal for today's commencement ceremony. I'd like to extend a very special welcome from our Provost, Sal Maganim, Salma wishes she could be here to celebrate with you, but she sends her congratulations to you, our graduates. Before we begin, we want to acknowledge how remarkable it is to have everyone here today. Some of you traveled a long way to be here to celebrate the accomplishments of these graduates. And for those who only had to travel a few blocks, today is a special day, not only for your loved ones, but also for your community. We want to note the special nature of this commencement. For many of the graduates here today, this is the first in-person university ceremony that they've been able to attend. So let's give a round of applause. We appreciate that we have the chance to celebrate this occasion together. As part of our DePaul tradition, we begin each commencement ceremony by acknowledging the land that we gather on, by blessing our community, and by singing the national anthem. We ask that you now rise, if you are able, and remain standing throughout these important moments. At DePaul University, we acknowledge that we live and work on traditional native lands, and we appreciate that Chicago is home to one of the largest urban native populations in the United States. We extend our respect to all, including the Potawatomi, Ojibwe, and Odawa nations, who signed the Treaty of Chicago in 1821 and 1833, as well as the Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Illinois Confederacy, and Peoria people, among many others who maintain relationships with this land. We also recognize and support the enduring presence of Native peoples among our faculty, staff, and students. In the spirit of St. Vincent de Paul, we reaffirm our commitment, both as an institution and as individuals, to making our community and our society a more equitable, welcoming, and just place for all. Please remain standing and welcome Reverend Craig Mousin, Adjunct Professor, who will offer our invocation.
Will you please join me in the attitude of prayer? Most Holy One, Spirit of mercy, wisdom, and justice, visit us this day and bless this gathering. In your goodness, free us all from that might detract from our gratitude for this day. We thank you for bringing us here safely. As we thank our families and friends, shower them with the knowledge that their sacrifices have nourished our graduates' accomplishments. Give to all who have cared for these graduates the satisfaction of a job well done. We thank not just those with us today, but let us pause to remember those who cannot be with us due to distance, illness, or death, but whose many kindnesses brought us to this day. These graduates have overcome obstacles that have challenged them not simply in the classroom, but in contentious times that call for a new generation of leaders. Their questions and insight have enhanced our collective search for wisdom. Their service to the community and the world has rightly responded to the mission of St. Vincent and St. Louise to tend to the world and honor the dignity of all they encounter. Take delight in our graduates and sustain them through all their endeavors. May they never forget that they have become partners in our mission to be witnesses of compassion and collaboration to foster the common good. We live in days of great turmoil. May wisdom shed its light upon their path and uphold them. Let us not forget that many others have not been blessed with the gifts we have received. As we send forth these graduates, let them never fail to raise their voices for the vulnerable in whatever vocation they enter. We ask these things not because we are a special people, but rather because we have been called to seek justice, to love kindness, and walk humbly in your spirit. In the name of all that contributes to mercy, peace, and justice. Amen.
Safia Siddiqui, a member of the class of the College of Law class of 2024 and a candidate for the degree of Juris Doctor, will perform the national anthem. Please welcome Safia to the podium.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Please welcome Jennifer Rosato Perea, Dean of the College of Law, who will introduce our commencement speaker.
Stephen V. DeMore is the incoming chairman of Winston and Strawn, beginning his term in June 2024. He currently serves as the global co-chair of Winston and Strawn's litigation department and is a generous philanthropist. Mr. DeMore has worked at Winston since joining the firm as a summer associate after his second year at DePaul College of Law. A proud graduate of DePaul University's class of 1994, Mr. DeMore exemplifies the university's commitment to service and excellence. Throughout his career, Mr. DeMore has demonstrated dedication to fostering diversity in the legal profession. His wife, Kim, who is also here and is a DePaul Law alumna, together they made a generous gift to support the College of Law's First Generation in Law Scholars Program, which we call FGLP. The legal profession still has a large gap to close to achieve equal access and representation. With the DeMore's gift, the college will be able to further strengthen the diversity pipeline by investing in first-generation students, many like yourselves. Their generosity will help increase diversity in the legal profession and inspire others to commit to this important goal. Mr. DeMore has embraced Vincentian values, and his success has inspired him to give back. He embodies the spirit of DePaul. Please join me in welcoming back to DePaul our esteemed alumnus, Stephen DeMore.
Wow, thank you, Dean Rosato, for that incredibly generous introduction. It is an honor and a privilege to address your graduation class. Let me begin by offering my heartfelt congratulations to this DePaul College of Law class of 2024. Congratulations also to the friends and family and parents and so many others who have helped and supported you on the way.
I have to say, I remember sitting right where you are many years ago with my own parents, with my fiancée, who was my classmate, and with her parents, experiencing the joy of this day, the same feelings that you have today. You are an amazing, talented, diverse, and passionate group. The legal community that you will enter, the community in which we will work together, will be enriched by you. I cannot wait for you to arrive. Congratulations. Let me take a moment also to extend a special recognition to Dean Rosato, Dean Jen, as many of us know her. I told the dean that she broke my heart when I learned that she was taking on a new role outside of DePaul. The DePaul law community has been lucky to be part of your journey. I know I speak for everyone here and many others in wishing you great fortune in your next role. Dean Jen, you have inspired so many. Your dedication and leadership have moved this law school and inspired me. Thank you. Okay, now, graduates, it is your time. Your achievement today is a testament to your hard work, your perseverance, and your unwavering commitment. Today is a day to celebrate, and today also marks the beginning of a new journey, one that will present countless opportunities to demonstrate your excellence. So, as you start on this path, I want to encourage you to remember what makes you special as DePaul Law graduates. Your grit, your dedication to service and mentorship, and an abiding sense of hopefulness, which is the spirit of St. Vincent de Paul. Let me start with a story. About 30 years ago, I started at Winston & Strawn, a law firm that was approaching its 150th anniversary at the time. I'm going to confess something. I was scared. I was really scared, maybe scared out of my mind. I was scared in part because when I looked around, I was the only one from DePaul, and honestly, I was worried about whether I could do the job. I shared an office with an incredibly smart student. He's now a judge, and I was surrounded by people who had spent their entire lives around lawyers and law firms, and that was really miles away from my own personal experience and my own personal background. So I was scared. But then I just got started. Bit by bit, day by day, year by year, I just did that one thing that we all learned to do here at DePaul. What I learned from this law school and from the great faculty and people that came before me is that excellence comes from persistence. It comes from determination, not just from innate wisdom. Excellence comes from staring at hard problems critically over and over again until you get to the answer. There's a great movie. It's called The Martian. Have you seen it? Matt Damon plays an astronaut stranded alone on Mars. Spoiler alert. At the end, he describes what he did to get home from Mars. And this is what he said. You just begin. You do the math. You solve one problem, and you solve the next one, and then the next. And if you solve enough problems, you get to come home. That's the kind of excellence I learned from DePaul and that you did too. And that is what lives inside of each of you as DePaul graduates. a quality for excellence that comes from persistence, from grit. So, today, some 30 years later, I find myself in the position as incoming chairman of Winston, responsible for shaping the next generation of our law firm's long history. And instead of seeing myself as the only DePaul graduate, I ask, where are more people from DePaul? And whether they come from DePaul or frankly from Mars, it doesn't matter. I say, show me the people who have the DePaul ethos, that grit and persistence that makes you special. Remember, graduates, that grit is your special power as DePaul graduates. I think it's fair to say that you are the Martians of the law world. Okay, grit and persistence. That's what worked for me. It's the advice I give to you. It's the advice I give to my colleagues. It's the advice I gave to my own son, who graduated from college just last week. There's more. I have a secret to share with you. You can't do this alone. Throughout my own experience, I have been helped and advantaged by many mentors and sponsors, people who've played a big role in my law life. They've come from many different parts of life, family, teachers, colleagues, judges, all different. All different, but what made them great mentors was their willingness to create a bridge, to accept me where I stood and give me a bridge to where I could go. Not to solve problems for me. It's always been my job, and it will be your job to do the math. But I have been blessed and advantaged by mentors who have given advice, opened doors, and created opportunities for me to act within. So graduates, look for your mentors. Don't be shy. Don't try to do this alone. And that means that you have to be good mentees. Listen. Be open to receiving advice, sometimes critical advice. Accept help. And then, when opportunities are presented to you, seize them and act on your own. Dean Rosato and her team created the First Generation in Law Scholars Program, and my wife Kim and I are privileged to support the program. I mention it now because it exemplifies the commitment this law community has to mentorship and service. That program is a bridge into the law world for high school students who are the first in their families to pursue a career in law. Like many of you, it's a good program. But honestly, it's just one example. It's one of many ways that exist in our profession to be a mentor in ways that are meaningful to you, to build a bridge into the law world for others to walk across. So when you're done being a great mentee, be a great mentor. Find what works for you. Don't walk alone. Now I want to share a personal note of hope. Spanish was my first language. In Spanish, there is an expression, ser siempre alegre. People must know what that means, right? Alegre means happy. Ser siempre alegre, that means be always happy, right? No, not in this context. It does not mean be always happy, and I guarantee that in your law careers, you will not always be happy. Ser siempre alegre in this context means to be always hopeful, to be constantly ready to be hopeful. along with joy, there will be challenges in your law careers. There's no doubt about it. You will meet obstacles. There will be difficult situations and challenging people in courtrooms, in government, across the deal table. And in those situations, I urge you to be ever hopeful. Okay, so you're thinking, how do I do that? Well, as it turns out, the namesake of this school has an answer. In the words of St. Vincent de Paul, make it a practice to judge persons and things in the most favorable light, at all times and under all circumstances. That's what he said, although probably in French, not in Spanish. And as St. Vincent put it, make it a practice. A practice is something you cause yourself to do. It's not a reaction. Practice also means you may not always get it right. Keep trying. As you proceed in your law life, practice judging the people and the things that you encounter in the most favorable light. When? At all times and in all circumstances. Be ever hopeful. Okay, I'm coming now to those special words that everyone listens for in graduation speeches, the words "in closing." So, in closing, I congratulate you again on your remarkable achievement. As you embark on this journey, remember the path ahead is long. It will give you many challenges and opportunities. Seize the opportunities to use your special DePaul grit. Be Martians. Be mentored and create bridges for others. And above all else, ser siempre alegre. Be ever hopeful, because it is through that mindset that you will shape a better law world for yourself and for all of us who will be lucky to share it with you. Congratulations, graduates. May your journey be filled with excellence, mentorship, and unwavering hope for this great profession.
Please join me in welcoming Haley Pennington, a member of this graduating class, in Stephen's words, of Martians, and a candidate for the degree of Juris Doctor, to present the student address. Haley?
Hello, families, friends, esteemed faculty and staff, and today's guests of honor, the class of 2024. Today begins a series of celebrations on our road to finishing law school and starting our legal careers. The class of 2024 was extraordinary from the moment we stepped on campus. In 2021, most of us were of the first and only class of students brought back in person since the beginning of the pandemic. We walked into our first year with masks on and truly alone. There were no upperclassmen to greet us or show us how to become law students. And it was up to us to set the tone for how the College of Law would come back from COVID-19. And boy, did we set that bar high. This class established a culture of hardworking, passionate, and inspiring law students. The students from this class either started or revitalized student organizations, journals, oral advocacy teams, and activities that had been dormant at this school for years. From the beautiful way our student organizations cultivated inclusive spaces to explore the law beyond the classroom, to the ambition of those who strengthened the traditional scholarly organizations like legal journals, moot court, and trial team. We represented DePaul College of Law to the highest degree, and we created a flourishing community that will continue for years to come. With that being said, the academic accomplishments of this class are not to be passed over. This class includes students who have been nationally recognized for their oral advocacy, publications, and commitment to social justice. Students who devoted their time in law school to community service, received awards, scholarships, and grants from nationally recognized bar associations. Students who scored jobs with the country's top firms or dedicated their careers to serving this country. And we even had a student selected to speak at a national legal convention in Washington, D.C. this summer. These accomplishments were not easy, and yet we're all here, many of us attending our first commencement ceremonies ever, eager to celebrate. Today marks the completion of a high-earned degree, one that took blood, sweat, and tears. Anyone that was at the Law Review Moot Court kickball game saw all three in one day. Now it's finally time to finish that chapter where you regret not spending an extra hour studying for your final exam, or the chapter where you thought a little too hard about a cold call that went wrong. But before you completely close this book forever, I encourage you to relish in the acknowledgments. Take time to show your appreciation for those who got us here today. On behalf of the College of Law class of 2024, we would like to thank all the parents, grandparents, and people who raised and supported us. We thank all the siblings, spouses, partners, and friends, especially those of you lucky enough to have lived with us these past couple of years, who loved or maybe just tolerated us. We thank our esteemed faculty, staff, and administration who guided us, and all the alumni and mentors who led us to this moment. We thank all of you here today, and all those who could not be, for putting in the work that got us to this point and launching us into our futures. Today, we celebrate all of you. Before I finish, I will leave you with the words of Jim Valvano. If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day. That's a heck of a day. You do that 7 days a week, you're going to have something special. Together we laughed, we thought, and we cried. Hopefully not 7 days a week. But we really created something special here. We all overcame hardship or adversity to get here. Our personal lives did not stop the moment we walked into DePaul, and yet each of us found a way to overcome stress, failure, broken hearts, or unimaginable grief. We did it together. We stand here stronger because of one another, and we move on knowing that we are backed by this community. Together, we leave here ready to take on the world as better advocates, justice seekers, and people. I, for one, am incredibly excited to see what the future holds because of our experiences at DePaul Law, and I am confident that all of you will have a tremendous impact no matter what your future holds. So to the class of 2024, I thank you. It has been my greatest honor to represent all of you this year, and I congratulate you and wish you nothing but the best. Thank you.
Dean Rosato Perea will now present the faculty, staff, and student achievement awards.
Dear graduates, friends and family, DePaul Law faculty and staff, President Rob, and distinguished guests, good morning. This is a bittersweet day for me, as this is the 16th and last graduation that I will participate in as a law school dean. I did not realize how important a day graduation day is to celebrate, to reunite, to reflect, and to transition until the pandemic prevented us from celebrating this day together. So I embrace this day fully and the importance of the moment for each graduate to walk across the stage and be hooded. This day is extra special for me as my daughter Jessie is here today to celebrate with me, as she also missed her graduation from DePaul in 2020. To honor her, the theme of my brief remarks to you before I present the awards are 3 lessons that I learned from my daughter, and they're all related. The first lesson is be quiet. Shh. My daughter has taught me the importance of being present and just to be quiet and to listen. She is often the one telling us parents to put our phones away so we can talk to each other more deeply. And she makes the time to prioritize connecting with nature and reading books. She always has a paperback in her backpack. When she was in grade school, we were always told by her teachers that we needed to encourage her to speak up more and to raise her hand. And as a talkative lawyer, I agreed with them, but we were wrong. Her superpower was and is her ability to be quiet, to listen, reflect, and be present. And I encourage you to do the same as lawyers. Make sure that listening and being present are tools in your lawyer's toolbox. The second lesson from my daughter is a corollary of being quiet, and that is to let your life speak. This lesson comes from my daughter's education in Quaker schools from preschool through high school. To let your life speak is to let your life be an example of the values that you possess. Kind of like DePaul's Here We Do, but better. On this day of transition and reflection, I ask you to think about how will your life speak? My daughter's life speaks with generosity, with thoughtfulness, with humility, and with kindness in everything she does. So how your life will speak will be your choice every moment of the day to determine what your life will say and how you will be seen by others. It's by what you do, not what you say. So if you can keep a growth mindset and listen, you can decide in any given moment to speak your life with more kindness, more empathy, and more respect. And from what I know of this class, I know that you all will. The last lesson from my daughter, Jessie, is the lesson of Ohana from Lilo and Stitch, one of her favorite movies. Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. So now you are all part of the DePaul Law family, where we also value Ohana. I hope that in all you do in your organizations and your pro bono work, you bring others along and you use your gifts to assist those who need you the most. And please stay in touch with each other and support each other along your professional and personal journeys, as our speaker said, which will be challenges and opportunities. The most important thing I want to do today is to recognize faculty, staff, and students who have spoken their lives in notable and positive ways and who are examples to us all. So the first is the Faculty Teaching Award. The Faculty Teaching Award goes to Professor David Franklin. Professor Franklin is a master teacher of all things constitutional law. He's a national expert in this subject, an expertise that he brings into the classroom every day. Although his depth of knowledge could be intimidating, and honestly probably is, he makes the subject fascinating, accessible, and engaging for all of his students. As one student said, quote, his brilliant mind makes for an enjoyable class and learning experience, end quote. The wry humor is an added plus. He also keeps his standards high, expecting only the best from all of his students. Another student said, quote, thank you for forcing me to think critically and become a better future attorney, end quote. He also takes the time to coach moot court, mentor students seeking judicial clerkships, and participate in programs. Thank you, Professor Franklin. And since he is not here today, I don't think he's here today, I will accept it on his behalf. The second award goes to the Faculty Scholar. And that award today goes to Professor Mark Weber. Professor Weber is an outstanding scholar with a capital S. He is a public intellectual who writes and presents his work to a wide variety of audiences, including academics, policymakers, and practitioners. One important topic that Professor Weber has been exploring that many of you know is special education cause lawyers. They are lawyers who represent families with disabled children in special education cases, both nationally and in Chicago. Another topic of his has been comparative work on social insurance for disability, more generally the safety net for disabled persons in this country and internationally. He is nationally known as a scholar in disability law, and his work is cited by courts as well as scholars, and he is the author of a special education law casebook. In the spirit of St. Vincent de Paul, Professor Weber's scholarship serves the community through his regular pro bono assistance to Equip for Equality and other advocacy organizations. Congratulations, Professor Weber. There you are. The last faculty award is the Faculty Achievement Award. The Faculty Achievement Award goes to Professor Patty Gerstenblith. This award goes to the faculty member who is what I call the faculty all-around athlete. Professor Gerstenblith, as you may or may not know, does it all, and she does it well, also to quote St. Vincent de Paul. She is a prolific and influential scholar with four publications this past year alone, and 5 works in progress. Her thought leadership is felt across the globe as she has presented this past year to audiences from Nepal to Armenia and to Algeria, just to name a few. She is an officer of the U.S. Committee of the Blue Shield, which is a prestigious organization that works to protect cultural heritage during armed conflict and natural disasters, as well as being active in the Archaeological Institute of America. But that's not all. She still finds time to respond to media inquiries, teach a study abroad program in Siena, Italy, direct the Center for Art, Museum, and Cultural History Law, as well as mentor and create exciting opportunities for our students. Like I said, she does it all. Congratulations, Professor Gerstenblith. The staff award this year goes to Nicole Pinky. And if you have ever attended or planned an event at DePaul College of Law, you know Nicole. She seems to be everywhere, all at once, making sure that all of our community events, programs, and symposia go flawlessly. Nicole takes care of every detail with love and care. She makes sure that we have our favorite foods at the third Thursday brunches. She makes sure that the tech is up and running at the symposia, that the flowers and decorations are gorgeous, and that everyone gets their CLE certificate. She also has a terrific sense of humor and is a model of calm under pressure, even though sometimes she has to show her salty side to make sure it all gets done right, which I very much appreciate as the dean. Personally, I have appreciated how open she has been and has put up with many of my wacky party theme ideas, fun food and birthday cakes, and interesting new venues in Chicago. She has made sure that we have built and rebuilt our community together, one event at a time. Thank you for all you do, Nicole, even on graduation day. Now, for our student awardees who exemplify excellence and purpose. So when I call your name, please stand up. I know it's a little awkward. Stand up until I go through all of the student leader awards, and then we can clap and celebrate for all of them. First, the Student Leadership Awards. The first award goes to Reed Byers, President of the Jaharis Health Law Institute Student Board and Chair of the Programming Committee. He brought terrific speakers to campus, organized mentorship of 1L and 2L students, planned events to build community among the health law students, and helped the faculty engage in strategic planning to improve the student board experience for future classes. The second leadership award goes to Matthew Messina, the editor-in-chief of the Law Review. Matt stepped into this role in a year that saw many changes and challenges, as Haley mentioned. He took it upon himself to spend many hours managing new processes, keeping the Law Review on time and on schedule, and institutionalized improvements that will benefit the Law Review for years and years to come. He brought the Law Review back home to 25 East Jackson. The Student Service Awards begin with Mecca Wilkinson as the recipient of the first Service Award. She was EIC Editor-in-Chief for the Journal of Social Justice, Treasurer of the Part-Time Law Student Association, and member of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee at the College of Law. In these roles, she gave her time and energy to support her fellow students who are members of marginalized groups and students who wanted to work to promote access to the justice system. The second service award goes to Jack McNeil. Jack served as events director for the DePaul chapter of the American Constitution Society, served as a leader in the inaugural group of research assistants for the College of Law Racial Justice Initiative, and was a recipient of the DePaul Law Chancellor Award for Service. He is a master connector to students, as well as to partners and leaders in our Chicago and Illinois communities. Last but not least are the Student Academic Achievement Awards. Anna Greer and Anna Ranger together have achieved this award. Anna achieved something the DePaul Moot Court team has not seen in many decades. They competed in the New York City Bar Moot Court competition, which is actually the national moot court competition, the Super Bowl of moot court competitions. They worked together as a cohesive team. They scored high enough to advance to the national competition. And informally, they placed 8th in the country. They demonstrated, as Steve DeMore said, their grit and their intelligence so that DePaul is a national player to other law schools and, more importantly, a model to fellow teammates. So let's hear it for all of our student leaders and achievers. So to all of the graduates, like the student awardees, please let your lives preach and let your light shine.
Before we recognize our graduates, we want to take a moment to recognize our dean. Today is, as she's pointed out, Dean Rosato Perea's last day at DePaul, and as she's also pointed out, her last commencement. In the spirit of commencement, where we stop to reflect on our time at DePaul before welcoming the next chapter, we want to thank you for what you have done for the College of Law. So in appreciation for your dedication and distinguished service to the university and especially to law school, we are honored to present you this award. Now, the candidates for the various degrees will now come forward. Dean Rosato Perea will present the graduating class.
On behalf of the faculty of the College of Law, I respectfully present the candidates for degrees for the class of 2024. Benjamin Alba, Director of Academic Success and Professor of Practice, will announce the names of the candidates for their degrees.
Thank you, Dean Jen, and all best wishes to you. The College of Law graduates will be hooded by Max Helveston, Alan Moy, and Martha Pagliari. Some of our graduates will be hooded by the Legacy alumni. Legacy alumni are graduates of the College of Law who are members of the graduates' immediate families. The bestowal of the hood on the graduate symbolizes the awarding of their degree. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Master of Jurisprudence in Healthcare Compliance, Master of Jurisprudence in Health Law, Master of Laws in U.S. Legal Studies, Master of Legal Studies in Criminal Law, Master of Legal Studies in Public Interest Law, Juris Doctor and Master of Business Administration, Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in Intellectual Property, Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in International Law, Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in Taxation, and Juris Doctor and Master of Public Policy. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Master of Jurisprudence in Health Law. Luz Augusto. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Master of Laws in U.S. Legal Studies. Lena Taimovi. Ina Semenets. Nicholas Trujillo. Simran Kawa. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Master of Legal Studies in Criminal Law. Rocio Guerrero. Naomi Flores. Emera Husic. Orlando Calvo. Nicholas Garcia. Naomi Esquivel. Herbert Cisneros, Jr. Nitikan Sathorn. Julio Rodriguez. Alicia Haywood. Jennifer Broom. Cranston Carroll. Melissa Lococo. Yvette Carranza. Ricky Page, Jr. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in Intellectual Property. Victoria Lieberman. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in International Law. Mecca Wilkinson. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Juris Doctor and Master of Laws in Taxation. Hira Khan. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Juris Doctor and Master of Business Administration. Donald Quasigrove. The following candidates have successfully completed the requirements and have been awarded the degree of Juris Doctor. Sarah Kirshner. Idea Mombe. Rumi Karagogova. Marcela Mendoza. Ashley Iman Mays. Derek Durnovich. Antolin Reiber. Marie McCauley. Lily Jarzabowski. Dana Lipson. Anna Sheldonbrand. Pete Maiolo. Joshua Sclair. Bo Reeves. Muzamil Lashkaria. Our first legacy graduate, Charles Tortorisi, to be hooded by his mother, Mary Tortorisi, class of 1991. Olivia Tomasetti. Nicole Nugent. Dana Durham. Our next legacy graduate, Max Ruiz, to be hooded by his father, Robert Ruiz, class of 1978. James Blasius. Justice Daniel. Ina Nikolova. Robert Weilman. Haley Pennington. Safia Siddiqui. Yusuf Ahmed. Heidi Job. James Lustig. Jack Ranello. Chelsea Conyers. Catherine Kohler. Selena Abu Swalem. Gwyneth Leitz. Rory Cannon. Sean Maloney. Daniel Dalkey. Our next legacy graduate, Brian Harris, to be hooded by his father, Tim Harris, class of 1988. Jack Grochowski. Samantha Charland. Lisbeth Aviles. Sabrina O'Connor. Camila Quinones. Stephanie Sanabria. Haley Limbrick. Rachel Stryber. Kennedy Snyder. Caitlin Stanfield. Sabrina Scardamaglia. Teresa Finucane. Leonard Brahin. Grace Murphy. Michelle Barrera Valenzuela. Elizabeth Carroll. Madeline Clement. Sabrina Messar. Miranda Boland. Madison Lazaro. Eva Latz. Abrina Krasno. Saeed Mohammed. Sarish Khan. James Fleming. David Blondin. James Vallone. Kyle Martin. Sophie Stopker. Samantha Leary. Brianna Gostaldello. Grace Lundy. Nell Brennan. Talia Spungen. Alyssa Ramsaran. Bridget O'Byrne. Elizabeth Stone. Holly Zadroik. Valentine McLemore. Jessica Mendoza. Caroline Wong. John Dungan. Joseph Raymond. Max Borushek. Danny Arcus. Edward Barry. James Laukney. David White. Sean Trivedi. Erica Martinez. Aaron Zaragoza. Megan Reasoner. Matthew Messina. Kendall Fries Crace. Denisa Zobeda. Jordan Corbett. Maura McCabe. Nicole Augustine. Jesse Zemmelman. Madeline Kuntz. Reed Byers. Andrew Sims. Austin Monroe. Carly King. Casey Hughes. Natalie Given. Julia Demovic. Riley King. Adam L. Amori. Eden Messick. Madeline Clark. Tamsin Cronin. Anna Ranger. Daniel Kim. Francis Breffo. Nathan Marciniak. Trey Hubbard. Zachary Stark. Maria Driscoll. Sarah Petrie. Daniel Jackson. Allison Morales. Dylan Oakes. Mary Robinson. Danielle Crispin. Sua Aburime. Jay Kasperbauer. Joseph Noonan. Rebecca Afanita. Our next legacy grad, Julia Brosnahan, to be hooded by her mother, Janet Brosnahan, class of 1990. Catherine Onyundo. Madeline Kowalik. Kimberly Martinez. Lachey Prince. Yasmin Kudmani. Owen Doherty. Matthew Fern. Another legacy grad, David Grosso, to be hooded by his mother, Janet Ryan Grosso, class of 1985. Connor Johnson. Latrice Towns. Samantha Goodat. Nija Funches. Chandranique Perkins. Noor Atisha. Isra Ahmed. Kathleen Milan. Madeline Penn. Gabrielle Giangrande. Sofia Arcos. Mackenzie Dobeck. Brockton Ash. Hannah Muslich. Shannon Wood. Cindy Lawando. Eloise Tapascio. Monique Colon. Kelly Hostman. Briha Shah. Ariella Antoinette Gasper. Anna Greer. Sadia Ahmad. Madeline Hudson. Leah Carter. Betsy Pisaba. Sofia Fernandez. Jack McNeil. George Encarnacion. Kyle Watson. Patrick Szczerbowski. Our final grad is a legacy grad, Mitch Siegel, to be hooded. Mitch will be hooded by his grandfather, Morton Siegel, class of 1960.
Obviously, I'm very proud of Mitchell, and I know he's going to be successful. I thought it would be interesting what DePaul College of Law did for me. I was able to develop one of the most successful boutique law firms, international, dealing with the hospitality industry at the highest level. Major restaurants, major producers of wine, hotels, you name it. When the internet came along, we went to bat for the industry and we developed the way to legally purchase alcoholic beverages on the internet. Lots of constitutional litigation. 80%, this is the way you get things done, folks. 80% of our time was spent working with industry. 20% of our time, on a pro bono basis, we worked with government and indicated how we could get it done, et cetera, et cetera. It's been a big success. Thank you. You're going to be a lawyer, right?
Okay, it's time to officially graduate you. Will all the graduates please rise as you are able? By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of Illinois, I confer upon you the degree to which you have been recommended. Members of the 125th graduating class, we invite you to complete your journey from a student to one of over 210,000 alumni of DePaul University by moving your tassel from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Congratulations, graduates. Now, to welcome you into the alumni community, we welcome back George Lattas, College of Law, class of 2008.
You can be seated. Esteemed graduates, allow me to be among the first to congratulate you on the accomplishments celebrated in this room today. As the next chapter in your lives is about to commence, so too is your relationship with the College of Law, because as of 20 seconds ago, you are now all alumni. And I welcome you to our ranks on behalf of the over 16,000 College of Law alumni and the 211,000 DePaul alumni. The next few weeks of most of your lives will be singularly focused on preparing for and passing the bar exam. And I assure you that if you treat studying for the bar like a full-time job, you will pass. After you are sworn in and pass, your status will change again as a fully licensed attorney. I graduated in 2008, and my career path was not at all what I expected when I enrolled, and candidly a bit unorthodox. But one of the North Stars to my success has been my reliance on my classmates and my continued involvement with the university. I relied on my network, my peers from Section A of the class of 2008, because I never had law firm experience. So when I couldn't fake it until I can make it anymore and had to draft a cross-easement agreement or a difficult tax proration or whatever new and challenging task before me that I had never seen before, I didn't have a partner to walk me through the steps. Instead, I would call a friend or mentor from DePaul who could help me through it. Looking back, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have access to that network. And 16 years later, I can appreciate the help all the more. That sense of gratitude then made it an honor and a pleasure to work with Dean Jen for the last 8 years and try in my small way to give back to the university, to this institution and its students. Like many of you, I am a first-generation, proud Greek American, and graduating from law school, let alone being at this rostrum addressing you, was something that was beyond my grandparents' comprehension. To others of you, you may be following in this noble profession because your parents practice. Whatever the case is, your time at DePaul, I hope, has made an indelible impression on you, not only by arming you with a world-class legal education provided by your talented professors, but also inspired you to live out the Vincentian mission as you begin your careers, with charity and gratitude in your hearts, as you are now equipped with the tools to effect change. Whether that's in the courtroom providing access to justice, to the transactional lawyer who finds ways to represent the local business owner with stellar service but at a discounted rate, policymakers and elected officials, to pro bono services for your churches, not-for-profit organizations, or distressed individuals whose paths you cross. I also want you to know about the power of the DePaul network. Our school's network in Chicago is candidly second to no other university in the city. The most successful students, young alumni, are those who understand this and leverage it as much as possible. If you are looking for a job, or have a job and looking for a mentor, or want to talk to someone later on in your career about transitioning to another position, use our alumni network. I promise you that if you call or email and ask for a coffee from our alumni, no one will turn you away. And if they do, let me know. And I'll come with you. And maybe I'll bring the university mace with me. Can I borrow that, President Roth? There are also many other opportunities to serve, like joining the Alumni Engagement Board, volunteering or attending symposia or other programming, or working with career services to be on hand up to the classes after you. And in serving, you will find that you not only provide value and do real good for the university, but also do good for your soul. The corollary benefit is that you are also constantly meeting people and building relationships with people. I am honored to have addressed this esteemed body today, congratulate each of you, and also congratulate your family and loved ones gathered here, as this is a wonderful day for all of you as well. Enjoy the next few days, work hard on preparing for the bar exam, and continue to make us all proud. We cannot wait to see what you will accomplish. Thank you.
We all thank you for attending today. Please remain seated until the graduates have recessed, and most importantly, congratulations to the class of 2024.